1850s, there was a whaling ship called the Monongahela. Now, there's a fascinating story. You can get at UWF Library about the Monongahela. It's in QL89 if you go to the UWF Library. QL89 is the section of the library that has books about Loch Ness Monster and stuff like that. Captain on board the Monongahela set sail to catch whales. It's a whaling ship. I've read the whole story. I just have a brief synopsis of it here. But the story goes, basically, the lookout hollered down, "Captain, there's a sea monster out there." The sea monster was sleeping on some floating seaweed, or kelp, I think it was. The captain called the crew up on deck. They saw the sea monster, and this is a whaling ship. These are the guys that get in those little boats and go out there with those big harpoons and stick it inside of a whale. You would have to be pretty brave to do something like that. He said, "Sailors, we have for years heard stories of sea monsters. How many of you have heard stories of sea monsters?" And of course, they all raised their hand. He said, "How many of you have laughed at somebody else for claiming they saw a sea monster?" Raise their hand. He said, "Fellas, there's a sea monster. We have two choices. Go back to port, report we saw a sea monster, and get laughed at the rest of our life, or go kill it and prove they exist. Any volunteers to go kill the sea monster?" He got enough volunteers to man, I think, 3 boats, whaling boats. So these guys get their harpoons, they get in these boats, they go out there after the sea monster, which is sleeping, sunbathing or something, on the kelp. They get up beside it and they harpooned it. I think the story says they stuck 5 harpoons in it. Sea monster, of course, woke up right away, jerked his head around, and they said that the jaw on this creature was about 8 feet long. When it came around, it hit the captain, who was standing up in his boat, knocked him out of the boat. The serpent was just twitching around, saying, "What stuck me in the side? You know, why do I have a pain here all of a sudden?" So he twitches around, knocks the captain unconscious. A couple of sailors jump in, grab the captain, drag him out, put him in the boat, revive him. Meanwhile, the sea serpent slides off the kelp and heads for the bottom. And they have the ropes, and they're pouring water on as this rope is whizzing out over the front of the boat. They got this little thing, the gunwale, I think they call it, where the rope goes out, or the gunwale's the back. But the rope goes whizzing out through this little V-shaped thing to keep it in place, and the sea serpent is going to the bottom. They realize they're going to run out of rope, so they tie another rope on. If I remember the story, it's been 7 years since I read it, but the sea monster went down about 1,500 feet. 1 or 2 of the harpoons pulled loose, the other one stuck. There's this sea monster way down underwater with these ropes, harpoons that are still stuck in him. Of course, what a harpoon is supposed to do is supposed to, make it bleed to death. That's how they kill the whales. After a long time, I forget, I think it was several hours, it was quite a while, one of the sailors hollered, "He's coming up." The rope is going flat. So they start pulling in the rope, and about 1/8 of a mile away from them, the sea monster surfaces, and it's thrashing around as it's dying. They said it apparently had stayed down too long because it coughed up its own lungs. Its lungs exploded. The lungs were hanging out of its mouth. They waited till it thrashed around and died. They dragged it over to the boat and cut it up. They measured it 103 feet long. I believe the number was 103 feet 6 inches. I mean, they really measured it. The sailor said it had 2 blowholes, like a whale does. The 2 nostrils. A whale has 2 blowholes on the back of its head. It had 4 swim fins, an alligator-like head, and 94 very sharp teeth. A passing ship stopped as the crew was cutting it up, and they bought some barrels of sea serpent oil. Now, the story goes that this thing had a layer of blubber like a whale does. Whale blubber ranges, I'd say, 2 feet thick. They would cut off this whale blubber, the fat, on the outside of a whale, and boil it down to make whale oil. That's what they used to use. I've heard they still use it to make transmission fluid out of whale oil. But they used to use it in old days for lamps and stuff like that. Whale oil was very expensive. A boat could go out. It's very risky business, but if you caught enough whales to fill your boat with whale oil,
Dirt Deuce.
But a lot of people went out and died. So it was a risky business. Anyway, Whale oil has sort of a red color to it when they boil it down. This sea serpent oil had a layer of blubber, so they boiled it down, and it was clear, like water. But it burned just like whale oil. You could use it for lamps, but it was clear oil. Pretty interesting. The other boat that saw these guys, they said, "What are you guys doing?" They said, "We killed a sea monster. Come on over, take a look." So they went over and helped them cut it up and said, "We'd like to buy the oil off of you, and we're going to go back home and tell people we saw a sea monster. We held it in our hands. Here's the oil to prove it." So sure enough, they sail back home with their sea serpent oil and sell it or whatever and tell their stories. You guys just wait till the Monongahela gets here. Because the Monongahela said, "Well, this is great, but we didn't come out, for sea monster. Our boss didn't pay us for this. We're supposed to come back with whale oil. We got to go get a few more whales." So they sailed off in search of whales and was never heard from again. Many years later, a board washed up on a beach on one of the Aleutian Islands down by Alaska. They got the little islands coming off of Alaska. The board was the name board Monongahela. So that's all we know. It's logical to assume that the ship sank in a storm. Now, on board the Monongahela was the bones for the sea serpent. They kept the bones to prove it.
I'm going in.
But in Davy Jones' locker right now. Arthur Henry Ralston was an officer on the Campania, the chief officer. He later was one of the officers on the Titanic and he drowned on the Titanic when it went down in 1912. But in 1907, he was sailing off the coast of Ireland, near the town of Cork. I've been there to preach. He said he saw a long-necked object which he sketched as it moved. It was turning its head from side to side. He drew sketches of it as it moved across. Now notice, Ireland has a spot right here where the ocean comes in and the deep part comes in closer to land. Pensacola has one of those too. You got the continental shelf where it's not very deep, but there's a little ridge comes up off between Pensacola and Panama City. The Gulf of Mexico has a deep spot that comes in, underwater canyon. You don't notice it when you're going over the top, but I'll show you a map later about that. Anyway, this is where he sighted this thing off the coast of Cork, Ireland. He said he saw a sea serpent. Now here's the captain of the ship, chief officer of the ship, okay? Not the captain. This book is called Titanic, Triumph and Tragedy. I want you to notice what the next sentence says. However imaginative the young officer may have been. Wait a minute. Do you see any prejudice in that statement? In other words, we know he was just imagining this. It can't be true. I would say the author of the book Titanic, Triumph and Tragedy has a prejudice. He believes in evolution. He believes dinosaurs did not live with man. And therefore, whatever the captain saw, it can't be a sea monster. It can't be a dinosaur. He said, however imaginative this officer may have been, it did not interfere with his progress in the company's service. It's almost like implying, it really could have. He could have got fired for claiming there was a sea monster because we know they don't exist. He has a prejudice. During World War I, 1915, a German U-boat commander, and this story is told in the book Dinosaurs by Design by Dwayne Gish, which is there in our repertoire somewhere. He said this German submarine sank a British ship. It exploded and sank quickly. 25 seconds later, there was an explosion. Back in those days, the steam engines on board, when you submerge them in water, the steam engine will explode from cooling too quickly. So probably it sank, the water got to the steam engine, and it exploded, or to the engine room, 25 seconds later. He said, pieces of wreckage, and among them a gigantic sea animal, was shot up out of the water. It was about 60 feet long. He described the sea serpent as having 4 flippers and an alligator-like head and being about 60 feet long. The captain said, I didn't have a camera at the time, and it sank in a few seconds. He said, I didn't have time to go down and get my camera. I started taking a picture of this thing thrashing around as it was dying. One theory is, hey, when a ship sinks, a lot of free meat. Sea monsters come to get the sailors. There are stories of octopus pulling ships underwater. In 1989, on Christmas Eve, a sea accident occurred in the southern Philippines off Mantico. Fishermen recovered 12 survivors hanging onto the overturned motorized canoe, as well as the body of a 12-year-old boy, 12-week-old boy. Survivors claimed that a giant octopus had attacked the vessel, grabbing its pontoons. One of the people said that suddenly the water began to bubble. Then we saw something that looked like a giant octopus. It was as huge as an imported cow. After the attack, the beast submerged rather than injure any survivors. Interesting. 11 years ago. No, you don't hear about this stuff on the news. There was an octopus that washed up on the beach in St. Augustine, Florida, 100 years ago. There's Dr. Webb standing next to the remains of it. He got cables and horses and a bunch of horses and tried to drag this thing up away from the beach because it washed up on the beach once, and then another tide took it back out, and 3 months later it was reported again, still floating around. I think it was 3 months. It was a long time. But this octopus laying on the beach, as the legs had all rotted away, just the stump of the head of the octopus, it was 200 feet across, they estimate it would have been with its legs on. Weighed 5 tons. That's a big octopus. See, octopus never stop growing. Neither do reptiles, okay? Neither do squids. A whale was killed near Seattle, Washington. Inside the whale's stomach was one arm to an octopus that was 150
Come on, load.
All around the side of the whale were scars that were 9-inch diameter. See, octopus have those suckers under their arms. They grab onto something and dig into it. Those little suckers actually have little teeth in some of them. It will suck and dig in and tear out a chunk of flesh. 9-inch diameter scars. Well, there's 2 theories. One is the whale got attacked when it was a baby. Little normal scars. And as the whale grew, the scars grew. Okay, could be. Or it was attacked when it was older, and then something had 9-inch diameter suckers on its arm, which would make it a huge octopus. All they know is they found inside the stomach a 150-foot arm. Now, whales love to eat octopus or squid, either one. If a whale eats too much octopus or squid, he'll get sick and puke it back up. And after an octopus has been digested a while and it gets into the whale's intestines, it forms a special substance called ambergris. And if a whale gets sick and pukes up the ambergris, it'll float around in the ocean like a blob of fat. You better grab it because it's worth a fortune. That's what they use to make perfume out of. Whale puke. That explains a few things, doesn't it, fellas? Yeah. Look it up in the dictionary. Ambergris. Okay, that would be a good quiz question. What is the substance made from certain whales that is used to make perfume? Would be ambergris. Here's a picture of a whale attacking a giant squid. There are many reports of this happening. The U.S. Navy Oceanographic Research vessel in 1966 was off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada, up north of Maine. San Pablo, they observed an encounter between a giant squid and a sperm whale. It's from Peabody Museum at Yale University. The picture's on the wall there. Here I am at Peabody Museum. Over my head is a model of a giant squid. Now, squids and octopus never stop growing. This baby squid washed up on the beach in New Zealand 5 years ago. They said it was an immature female squid, and full grown it would have probably been 150 feet long. A giant squid was captured in Newfoundland in 1878. It was 80 feet long. Now, if you look at a map underwater of Newfoundland, the way the ocean floor has got real deep parts, and it comes up kind of close to the shore, as opposed to a big continental shelf. You know, it just goes out and drops off to the deep. Who knows why? The way the currents are right there, the Gulf Stream, and the way the wind patterns are, nobody knows for sure, but there seems to be times when giant squid decide to come up and die and get washed up on shore. So, dinosaurs, I think, have lived with man all through history. A giant animal still alive today, some of them. Are they in the Bible? What time is it? Oh, man, we got to quit. We'll cover dinosaurs in the Bible next class. Thank you so much. All right, well, let's begin class here. This will be class number 5 of our series on Creation Science 102. We're up to the part about dinosaurs and are they mentioned in the Bible. Before you take each of these classes by video, by the way, you should take the quiz from the previous class. So this will be quiz number 3 that you should have on from quiz number 4 from the last class we just took. Okay, let's talk about dinosaurs. Are they mentioned in the Bible? Well, not by the word dinosaur, because the word dinosaur wasn't made up till 1841. And the Bible, at least the King James Version, was written in 1611, which is before 1841. So, of course, they didn't use the word dinosaur. They used the word dragon. And yes, they are mentioned in the Bible. If you read the book of Job, Job's interesting. It's got 42 chapters. It's pretty much dead center in the Bible. Most people that have studied this will say probably the book of Job was written, or at least took place, shortly after the flood in the days of Noah. The logic for this saying that Job is probably actually the oldest book in the Bible. The rest of it, like Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, the first 5 books is called the Pentateuch. They were actually assembled. Genesis was assembled by Moses. He's the editor, and then he's the author of the next 4. And since Moses lived right about here, 1,000 years after the flood, the books that Moses wrote are not considered to be the oldest books in the Bible, even though they deal with the oldest time frame. You know, Genesis deals with the creation. But by the time the book of Genesis is over, you're clear up to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and just about to Moses. Actually, by the time the book of Genesis, so Genesis covers all of this part of history. And then Exodus is when they left, you know, they exited from Egypt involuntarily. But that's when Moses led them out. So this is the time when Moses lived, right about here. 500 years later, we get to King Solomon, King David, King Saul. It's easy to remember, each of those guys was king for 40 years. King Saul for 40 years, and then King David, and then King Solomon. But that all took place right about 1000 BC is when they started having kings. Before that time, they had judges. For 350 years, they were ruled by judges, and that would fit right in here in history. So, during the time of Moses, Moses got the law from God and all this kind of stuff. And for the rest of the Bible, it refers back to the law. In the book of Job, there are no references to the law. Not the 10 Commandments or the law of God. So that's one of the reasons some people think it had to take place before Moses gave the law. Another, though, a counter-argument to that is that it talks about Job as being the richest man in the East. Probably from China or some region like he's probably a Chinaman, Job was. And because the people right after the flood were still living to be 400 years old. If you remember that from the chart, notes in the back of your seminar notebook, they're still living to be over 400. And because Job had 10 grown kids, all married, off on their own, and they all died. So the house crashed in on them.
Oh my gosh, this lag is horrible.
Job lived long enough after that to have 10 more kids. And see, his great-great-grandkids, probably he was living a long time in order for that to be accomplished. So most people think Job was one of those guys during this time frame in history when people were living to be 400, 300 or 400 years old. Most Bible scholars put the book of Job as sometime...
Gosh, help me out over here, team. What are you doing?
Probably took place in the East in China. Anyway, Job 1:1. The Bible says there was a man in the land of Uz. I have no idea where Uz is. Maybe somebody knows, okay? His name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil. The word eschewed is an old English word that means he hated. He hated evil. And unto him were born 7 sons and 3 daughters. And his substance was 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 she-asses, and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East. Here's the clue that tells us Job was in the East. Possibly China or India or, who knows, one of those eastern countries, at least east from where the Bible was written, or Bible references took place, so east of there would be probably one of those countries. So the messenger came in Job 1:14, and said, hey, guess what, Job? The oxen were plowing and the asses beside him, and the Sabians fell upon them and took them away and slew all the servants, and I'm the only one who survived. Job's having a bad day, okay? How many oxen did he lose? 500 yoke of oxen, probably 2 to a yoke. That means he just lost 1,000 cows. Now today, a cow, at least here in the year 2000 or so, the cow is worth about $1,000.
Really? 0 hits?
That's $1 million. That's just from the cows he lost. Then it tells us, also they took all the asses. Now that's, 500 she-asses, donkeys. I don't know what they're worth today. I wouldn't do nothing to me. I wouldn't want one, but some people want these things, and so they're worth several $100s a piece. So Job's having a rough time. Then another servant comes and says, by the way, the fire god fell and burned up all your sheep and killed all the servants and consumed them, and the Chaldeans came and stole all your camels. So Job lost all of his sheep and all of his camels. He had 7,000 sheep. Lost them all. Asked the sheep farmer what a sheep is worth, but Job lost an awful lot of money here in just a few minutes. Then he said, by the way, your sons and your daughters were all killed when the house collapsed on them. The wind came, knocked the house down, and they're all dead. So to top off his great financial loss, he just lost his entire family. And he says, by the way, then of course, you read the whole story in the book of Job, how Job, Satan is doing this to Job. But Satan went to the Lord, and after Job did not curse God, God took everything away, and then God says, okay, you can touch him, you can touch his flesh, but you can't kill him. So Satan gave Job boils from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. A boil is like the world's worst zit. Extremely painful to touch, and if you're completely covered in them, including your feet, you can't get the pressure off. No matter how you sit or stand or lay down, there's pressure off some of them someplace. One of the tortures they did in China to Christians was they would take a red-hot pliers, dip it in the fire, stick it in the fire to get it hot, and then they would pinch the person and pull and twist a piece of skin off. And they would do it in 7 different places on their body every day, different places. You just can't find a comfortable place to lay down. And you got a piece of skin pulled off by red-hot pliers. You read Fox's Book of Martyrs and see some of the tortures they did. It's just unreal. By the way, somebody just calculated, I just read the article yesterday, I forget when it was recently, that there probably have been more Christians killed in the last 10 years in different parts of the world than in all of human history combined. The persecution is going like crazy in other countries like Africa, India, Pakistan. Persecution is really running rampant right now, and it's going to get, it just hasn't reached America yet, is the only problem. So, in Job chapter 2, it says that Satan gave Job boils from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. And to top it off, his wife said, why don't you just curse God and die? Why don't you give up on serving God? Now, a fella can take a lot, when he can take a financial loss, and he can, his kids can die, and he can handle that. But when your wife turns against you, that's just pretty hard to handle. That's just about the last straw. You at least want your wife to be loyal, and he said, why don't you just give up serving God? And Satan has gotten many men to quit serving God because their wife said, why don't you just quit serving God? Why don't you quit going to church all the time, quit tithing? You see, so many women, they go to the preacher and say, preacher, pray for my husband. He's out at the bar every night drinking and all this, and would you pray for my husband? Get him saved. So the preacher prays, and he works on the husband and gets him converted, gets the husband to church, and then the husband spends all his time at the church. Working on a bus route or driving a Sunday school bus or working in a Sunday school class. And then the wife gets mad because, he's never home anymore. He's always working at the church. Well, you idiot. You ought to be thankful he's at the church instead of at the bar, But they don't seem to get their picture sometimes. Anyway, so the Bible says Job's 4 friends came to visit him. How long they were there, nobody knows, but it was quite a while because at least 7 days they sat there in the ashes and said nothing. If you can get a friend who can just be there when you've had tragedy and keep his mouth shut, just look, I'm having a hard time, just sit there and don't say nothing. Those kind are very rare. Everybody wants to come give advice instead. But Job's friends in the East came and they heard about Job's tragedy and came and they sat and didn't say a word for 7 days. They saw Job's great misery. I tell in my seminar, one of those guys was the shortest man mentioned in the Bible. That's Bildad the Shuhite. That's English play on words, of course. That's pretty short, no? Shuhite. Well, these 4 guys came and they talked to Job for 35 chapters. Most of the book of Job is these guys talking to Job, explaining to him why everything went wrong. Now, you have to be very careful taking a doctrine from the book of Job. And I'm going to be careful how I phrase this. But the Bible is the Word of God, but it contains many lies. It will accurately record what Job's 4 friends said, but that doesn't mean what they said was right. The Bible accurately records things that the devil said, but it doesn't mean it's right. So some people read through the book of Job, and say something like the dead don't know anything. Jehovah's Witnesses get some of their doctrine from the book of Job. See, the Bible says when you die, you go to the grave and that's it. Well, who said that? You know, you read the whole chapter and you find out it's one of Job's 4 friends talking.
I got like 3 beacons
Yes, the Bible
for my
says
Hung Bao
because
lottery
God
event
accurately
tokens.
recorded what this guy said, but what this guy said was not true. So somebody says, "Do you believe everything in the Bible?" I say, "Yes." However, that doesn't mean it's all true. I believe that Bildad said that. Now, what he said wasn't right. I believe he said that. Okay, the Bible recorded it for us accurately. You got to be real careful, especially in those chapters where these 4 guys are talking. I'd be cautious about getting any Bible doctrine out of those 4 chapters. Anyway, Job had tragedy. Everything went wrong. He'd lost everything, and so his friends came and gave the typical, typical Baptist response. And I'm independent Baptist, by the way, but they said, "Oh, Job, something's going wrong, huh?" "Well, we know why. You must have sinned."
Yay, somebody's watching,
And this is a very
I think.
common problem people have. They assume tragedy means you disobeyed God. We've got a videotape called The Bible in Hell in our series where we deal with, among other things on that tape, 4 reasons why there are problems in this world. Why is there suffering? When you see somebody suffering, you say, why? Well, we tend to think that all suffering is because of disobedience to God, and that's just simply not true. Now, that is the cause of some suffering. Some suffering is because of your willful disobedience to common sense laws of nature. I mean, if you stand up on the roof and jump off head first into the concrete, your head's going to hurt. And that's not God's fault. That's your fault, okay? If you go out drinking and you get drunk and you get in a car wreck and you get your arm cut off, well, that's not God's fault. That's just flat stupid. I mean, you did it yourself. And I've got scars on my body from just plain dumb stuff that I've done through the years, and probably you all do too. We can't blame anybody but ourselves. Some suffering is just because we just live in a human body and it's prone to suffering. Jesus got tired, didn't he? Laid down in the ship and went to sleep. He was thirsty on the cross. He said, "I thirst." What does that mean? Because he's suffering, he's sinful? No. Some suffering is just natural suffering. I mean, it just comes with being human. You got to figure out.
I have a 300, 400, 70.
So it's not always God's will for you to be in,
600.
These guys running around preaching, you send me $20 and I'll pray that God will heal you of all your diseases. Or, you got to plant that seed faith. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, these guys say on TV. You got to plant that seed of faith. Send $20. Well, how come I got to plant my seed in your garden? Why don't you plant your $20 in my garden and let's see how it does? Try it that way instead. Well, they don't seem to see it that way. And they're going to be living real well, by the way. But some people get this attitude that all suffering is because of sin, and that's just simply not true. Job, finally, after these guys have been talking to him now for 35 chapters, most people went on and on for 35, but in chapter 31, Job's about had enough with his friend. He said, "I wish the Lord would answer me. Why did this happen to me?" And
No!
As there is in this world, oftentimes you get to that point where you wonder, why did this happen to me? Why, God, why are you doing this? Like my wife and her back, the sacrum and tailbone, the vertebrae are crushed, or the disc is desiccated, and just excruciating pain constantly for 7.5 months now. Can't sit, can't lay down. It's just like, God, why? Well, you don't always have to know. You don't have to always know why things happen. Job said, "Why did this happen? Lord, what are you doing? Would you please answer me?" Of course, Job did not know about Romans 8:28. It hadn't been written yet, but it was coming. The Bible says we know that all things work together for good. To them that love God, to them that are called according to his purpose. Now, this is one of those conditional promises in God's word. Some promises are unconditional. Other promises are conditional. I did that with my kids. You're my sons, I'm going to love you unconditionally. However, if you clean up your room and, make your bed and take out the garbage and do this, then I will take you to Dairy Queen and get an ice cream. That's a conditional promise. I will do something if you will do something. Romans 8:28 is one of those conditional promises that says everything that happens to you will work together for good. If you love God, it's only to those who love God, and to them who are called according to his purpose.
Oh my gosh, this lag is horrible.
It says it'll work together for good. And the illustration I use is,
Dude, why is it so bad?
Suppose you come to my house, you knock on the door. Brother Hovind, I'm hungry. Teenager, he's hungry all the time, right? Brother Hovind, I'm hungry. I said, "Man, come on in, I'm going to fix you up."
Oh my gosh, chill.
Just open your mouth here. I got a cup of flour. Eat that.
Why won't he die?
Wouldn't taste too good, would it?
You see this lag? That's what I'm talking about.
A teaspoon of salt, would that taste good? No. How about baking soda? Let's pour that down your throat. See how that tastes. No. Well, how about a half a cup of Crisco? Anybody like to drink a half a cup of Crisco? How about a cup of buttermilk? Some people drink that stuff. I just can't bring myself to drink it. How about let's mix them all together and make biscuits? Oh, well, now we're talking. See, the individual ingredients taste lousy, but they work together for good. If you read through just about any cake mixture or recipe or something, you'll find out the individual ingredients would not taste very good, but they will work together for good. And that's what God promised. He promised all things will work together for good if you love God. Sometimes bad things happen, at least it seems for the moment that it's bad, and you say, God, I'm trying to serve you, I'm trying to do what's right, why did you let this happen? But then as you go along through life longer and longer, you realize, wow, that was really good. I remember we tried awful hard to borrow the money to buy a brand new trailer when we first got married. We wanted to get a brand new mobile home. And it just didn't work out. And I said, God, why didn't you let this work out? Well, of course, I found out if we had bought that brand new mobile home, then 5 years later we would have lost, $10,000 when we went to sell it. It depreciates like a car.
Oh my gosh, this lag is so bad.
Shut the door. We were trying to serve God, and we just felt like doors were being shut. Oh, God, why would you do this? Don't you love us? Don't you want us to have this? And he's trying to say from heaven, no, I don't want you to have that. I got something else better for you. And so you just got to keep serving God. And sometimes it takes a while to see the crops come in. You plant the seeds and you stand there and watch the dirt for a while, and you'll get discouraged. Plant the seeds, and then you go do something else, and the crop will come in. Okay, you just keep doing what's right. Oh, it's hard though to keep your heart right with God, because the Bible says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Jeremiah 17:9. So finally, in Job chapter 38, now let's get the picture. This is taking place about a few hundred years after the flood, probably, sometime in this time frame. Job has been sitting there listening to his friends, arguing with his friends for 35 chapters, probably for several days. Now, the way they did it back then was very different than the way we do it here in America today. We always interrupt each other. Somebody will make a statement, and then somebody else says no, and then they stop right in the middle of a sentence and interrupt. What they did here in the book of Job, one of the guys like Bildad or Eliphaz or Zophar, they'll talk for 2 or 3 chapters.
What the?
Everybody sits there quietly and listens. While the guy talks on and on and on. Then when it's the next guy's turn, he gives his response. I went through my Bible and added up how many verses each of those guys spoke. And I've got the total in one of my old Bibles. It's falling apart now. But it was interesting to see Job spoke quite a bit in there. And Eliphaz and Bildad and Zophar, and later on Elihu, the last guy, the 4th guy, he didn't say nothing until he got about chapter 32, I think. Elihu finally speaks up. One of the guys, I forget which one now, but one of Job's friends said, I know I'm telling the truth because I saw a vision. In the night, my hair stood on end when I saw this vision, and so I know I'm telling you the truth. I get real nervous when I get these guys telling me I got a vision from God about God's will for my life. By the way, red flags go up there. Wait a minute. God can talk to me just fine, He doesn't need to give you some kind of vision in the night. What the guy was trying to say is, I've had a superior spiritual experience. Therefore, I'm better than you spiritually. And we get that same thing happens today in Christianity, where you get some person that says, I spoke in tongues, or I did this, or I did something else, and therefore, I'm better than you are spiritually. That's what they're implying. And some of them, of course, really honestly believe that. They believe they are better than you because of some experience they have. And that would go off into a long discussion, which I'm not afraid to get into. We just don't have time right now. Job answered the Lord. I'm sorry, Job chapter 38. Then the Lord answered
GG.
Out of the world.
GG.
Now God's going to speak to Job. There was a fellow in the Bible that had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. How many remember that story about Jacob and Esau? Isaac, the old man, is blind, and he's old and he's dying. And he calls his son Esau in. He says, Esau, I want you to go catch a deer, kill it, and make me some venison. And I'm going to give you the blessing before I die. You all know that story. Esau takes off to go get a deer. Well, the mother heard this, called the other son Jacob. Said, hey, come here, Jacob. Go get some sheep. Go get 2 sheep. I want you to kill them. We're going to take the wool off of one. I'm going to cover the back of your hand since your brother's hairy and you're not hairy. I'm going to cover the back of your neck in case your father decides to feel you. and I'm going to cook the venison, or cook the lamb to make it.
Dang, that's a lot of silver.
And you know the story. They brought the lamb in, and the dad said, "I mean, you sound like Jacob, but you feel like Esau." The dad got in trouble because he went by the feeling instead of by the voice. And we get the same thing in Christianity today. We've got an awful lot of people going by the feeling instead of by the word. The question is, what does the word say? I was in a big argument this week, 2 days ago in California, with one fella who says, you know, this Dr. Hugh Ross, who's a very nice man, you know, he says, he has to be right. He's such a nice guy, you know. I said, no, wait a minute. You don't go by feeling. You don't go by what a nice guy is. You go by what does the word say. And if somebody tells me it's a local flood in the days of Noah, and my Bible says it was a worldwide flood, I'm going to go by what the Bible says. I don't care how nice the guy is. It doesn't matter. And I don't care if somebody has a feeling. You get in trouble when you go by feelings. You have to go by thus saith the Lord. What does the word say? And anyway, that was Eliphaz and Bildad and Zophar's problem. They kept going by their feelings, which is a big problem in Christianity today when you get into this psychological analyzing people's problems psychologically instead of scripturally. And I'm not against, you know, psychology. I'm minored in that in college. But we got an awful lot of these guys going around trying to solve everybody's problems with biblical psychology. And I just think you ought to put up some cautions and say, wait a minute, let's just stick exactly with the Bible. What does this book say? Go by the word. Okay. So the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind. Now, if a tornado ever starts talking to me, I'm going to pay attention. And the Lord said, who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? That phrase, darkeneth counsel. He tries to hide good advice. There's some good advice, and he's trying to hide it. Words without knowledge. Well, we got plenty of that going around the world today. A lot of people speaking words, but they don't know what they're talking about. God said, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee an answer thou me. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? This is the first question of, by my count, 84. Henry Morris counts it and thinks there are 77 questions. I think there's 84. It kind of depends how you want to divide them. But there's over 70, possibly as many as 84 questions in the next 4 chapters as God speaks to Job. The 4 chapters where God spoke to Job are Job chapter 38, 39, 40, and 41. In those 4 chapters, Job has one very brief interruption where he says, Lord, I'm going to put my hand on my mouth. I've been talking, but I shouldn't have said a word. And God goes on. But basically, for 4 chapters, God is speaking to Job, starting in chapter 38, and God asks Job questions. Remember, it's about how many questions did God ask Job? 84. That's much my count anyway. 84 questions God asked Job. Here's the first one. God said, where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? This is a fascinating verse because what are the foundations of the earth? There are those who think that when God first made the world, he made the crust of the earth had foundations to it. There's, I believe it's Baumgartner, the physicist, has done extensive research on from seismograph reading. When you have an earthquake, it sends out a wave to the earth. They can tell by the wave how thick the crust of the earth is by different readings they get in different parts of the country. And so it appears like under the continents there are almost like pillars that go way down deep where it's very different densities of the material. And some people think there really are foundations, you know, going way down deep into the earth, foundations to the continents. Oceanic crust, under the oceans, the crust is only 3 to 5 miles thick. Under the continents, it's at least 30 miles thick, and maybe even much more than that. So there appear to be actually foundations to the earth. Now, if you read in the next few verses here about the angels shouted for joy when they saw God lay the foundations of the earth. Some have used this to argue that the angels were created before the earth, before the creation 6,000 years ago. That's not what it says. The foundations of the earth were probably laid on the 2nd or 3rd day, possibly 2nd day.
Oh my gosh, dude, switch to the other guy.
The Bible doesn't tell us when they were created. But the angels were probably created 1st or 2nd day, and then they got to see the rest of the creation. So the angels, Satan and Lucifer and all that stuff is not from before the creation. We went over that in an earlier section. Okay, Job doesn't answer the question, so God asked him another question. Declare, if thou hast understanding, who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest. In other words, who figured out the measurements of the earth? That's an amazing verse that you can go for hours on. The measurements of the Earth are absolutely perfect for human life. If the Earth were more massive, gravity would be stronger. It'd be harder to get up. It'd be harder to do everything. If the Earth was not as massive, gravity would be less. If the Earth was spinning faster, our days would be different. If it was spinning slower, you would cook in the daytime and freeze at the nighttime. That's the problem the moon has. The moon is spinning so slow, it takes it almost a full month to turn around one time. Which means you're in the sun for 14 days. It gets up to 250 degrees. Way past the boiling point of water, Fahrenheit. And at night, it gets extremely cold, down about 100 and some below zero Fahrenheit, because it's dark.
Oh, you got me.
If the Earth was spinning slower or faster, it would greatly affect life on Earth. If the atmosphere weren't as thick, if there weren't an ozone layer, and there are entire books written about how the Earth was designed for human life. It's just designed to support life here. So God laid the measures thereof. It's got exactly the right density of material, exactly the right gravity.
Oh my gosh, dude, are you serious?
The moon is about 30% silica, I understand, which is very highly reflective. When they brought back lunar soil,
I hate this map in higher leagues.
Somebody made the comment, this is extremely reflective material. It looks like the moon was designed to reflect light. I could have told them that without going up there to get a piece of it. Yeah, it was designed to reflect light. And probably when God first made it, it didn't have all the craters. So it would have reflected light much better. Like a crystal ball or something up there. And then possibly either at the curse, or my theory is that probably at the time of the flood, an ice meteor came flying through our solar system. We covered that on video on seminar part 6.
Brazil team, one of the highest champion teams. Matchmaking is so messed up in this game. When you hit Master, even barely get into Master 3, if you do good for like a match or two, they match you against the highest champs, like 6K, 5K.
The measures of the Earth is perfectly designed for human life. Job doesn't answer any of these questions. God keeps asking him question after question. Job's not seeing work. We come to verse 16, and the Lord said, "Hast thou entered into the springs of the sea?" Now you realize
this map is horrible when you're against champion players. Because all there is Trident Furies. And you just get owned. This guy's still in his first bite.
Science is very slowly catching up with a few parts of the Bible. I don't think they're ever going to catch up with the whole thing, but they caught up with just a few parts. There are actually springs in the sea. They go down to the real deep parts of the ocean, and there are vents. Sometimes it's bubbling up boiling hot water. Sometimes it's clear water.
Then again, I'm just not patient enough.
There are freshwater vents coming in the bottom of the saltwater ocean. When I was in Hawaii last week, we got a helicopter and one of those tour things, you pay them $80 and you fly around. They flew over one of the areas of the island where Gomer Pyle has his house. It's for sale, by the way, $5.5 million if you want to buy Gomer Pyle's house on the island at the town of Hana, H-A-N-A. But in that area, you notice it's lava everywhere from a volcano. Out of it, there's a cliff of lava, and there's waterfalls just shooting out of the side.
Well, I did horrible. My team was very good. Is that the new Mercury skin? It's pretty cool. It's probably like 2,000 gold.
100 waterfalls in this quick tour with the helicopter around that island. Waterfalls everywhere. And they weren't all just like a stream running and falling over a cliff. They were just starting in the middle of a cliff shooting out. This is similar to probably what's happening in the bottom of the ocean. Somehow there are possibly still interconnected channels with caverns within the crust of the Earth. Walt Brown has done great research on this, on what's called the hydroplate theory. If you don't have the book In the Beginning by Walt Brown, it's a tremendous book. We have it in our bookstore out here. That is an awesome book. Now, I disagree with Walt Brown on a couple of minor things. He does not think there was a canopy above, and I'm convinced there was, and we can discuss that all day. But he's got great research on the hydroplate theory, how that when God first made the earth, there was a layer of rock for Adam and Eve to live on, the dirt, probably 10 or 20 miles thick. And then under that was interconnected chambers of water. And that water under the crust of the earth is mentioned in Psalm 136, it's mentioned in Psalm 24, how the earth was founded upon the seas. That water is probably what came shooting out to the surface at the time of the flood. Before the flood, most of the water that is now in the oceans was under the crust of the earth, stored in these chambers. They came shooting up to the surface, and the Bible has numerous references to that. And if you get the Defender's Bible by Henry Morris, you can get that through our bookstore on our website. Tremendous Bible with footnotes on all sorts of interesting things. Henry Morris, the president of the Institute for Creation Research for many years. He's got a lot of stuff on that topic there. Okay. There are
How'd I go +2?
There are still interconnected channels within the crust of the earth, like a honeycomb, like we have caves all over. Missouri, just Missouri alone, has 5,000 caves. Many have never been explored. I've been in so many caves. I like going spelunking, as they call it.
Brazil team.
When I saw the opening to the cave, I said, "We're not going in there, are we?" And Kurt Wise, who's a brilliant man, teacher at
5,000 wins in Master 1.
Yeah, let's go in. I've heard it's a really neat cave. You had to decide when you went in the cave, the opening was about as wide as this room and about that high. It was probably as you had to decide when you had to slide through.
Hong Bao lottery.
Left or your face to the right, because you couldn't turn your head over as you went through. It was that tight. I put my face down and I started sliding through this mud.
26 kill streaks.
Scooted about 20 feet. Finally, you come out and you're in this huge room. And we spent the rest of the day with our flashlights going around exploring this gorgeous cave. That was the opening, that high and that wide. But then we had to, of course, slide back out of the cave. And then later that day we went to the Hardee's restaurant or something. We're standing there with just mud, dried mud, caked on both sides of us. There are two PhDs standing here ordering a hamburger, and the lady's looking at us like, where'd you guys come from anyway? I thought, I wonder what's going through her mind right now. Just get a hamburger, would you, lady? There are caves all over the world, is the point. There are probably within the crust of the earth, even under the ocean, caves, cavern systems. Most of this is probably left behind from the time of the flood, when the pre-flood caverns under the crust of the earth, they used to hold all the water, collapsed. Many of them would collapse, but not totally. There would be pockets of water trapped. There's possibly still interconnected, and there are springs of water shooting up in the sea. And that could be an entire study just on that topic. Okay. Last thing we'll talk about before the break. In Job chapter 38, verse 19, God said, "Where is the way where light dwelleth?" That's an interesting passage because light doesn't stay in a place. It's in a way. It's always moving. It was just this year that they figured out a way to slow light down. Some professors at Harvard University, Dr. Howe, a Danish professor, slowed light down to 1 mile per hour. And last month, wasn't it, where newspaper articles came out that said they've been able to speed light up to 300 times the speed of light.
Where did I get hit from?
We covered that on video number 7. We got all the documentation on that when you get into, because critics will say, if the stars are 10 billion light years away, the universe must be 10 billion years old. Well, there's a lot of problems with a statement like that. You can't measure 10 billion light years away, first of all. You can only measure maybe 20 to 100 light years max. Secondly, we don't know that the speed of light is always been a constant. In fact, we now know that it isn't a constant. The speed of light is variable. Einstein's theory was the speed of light is constant and time changes. Well, maybe so. But maybe Albert was wrong. Maybe time is the constant and the speed of light changes. It appears right now that he was wrong, at least on that point. He's a brilliant man. I'm certainly not as smart as he is. But certainly we know that the speed of light is not a constant. And the third point I make on the starlight question is, if God can make a full-grown man and a full-grown woman and a full-grown garden, he can make stars and light at the same time. A full-grown universe. So it's not a problem at all. So this is neat how that light dwells in a way. It's always moving. He didn't say where is the place where light dwells, because light doesn't stay in a place.
Every time I dash, the lag messes it up. I cannot get a dash.
Putting off light, okay? And this gets into a long discussion, which we won't get into here. There are two different words for light in the Hebrew language and only one in English.
Photos.
I would say that is a light, but it produces light. They only have one word. They have two words. Or, O-R is the Hebrew word, the English equivalent of the Hebrew word, which means the light itself. And M-A-O-R, I believe, is the word for the light source. So God made the light in Genesis chapter 1, the first few verses. Later on, he made the light source. Two different Hebrew words, carefully distinguished there. Fascinating footnotes on that in the Defender's Bible and the Morris's stuff right here. So light doesn't stay in a place, it's in a way. It would have been scientifically inaccurate for God to say, where is the place where light dwells? Because light doesn't dwell in a place. Light is in a way, it's always moving. Now, nobody understands what light is. I taught physics for years, I'm telling you. As far as I know, nobody knows what light is. We know what it does, we can do things with it, but we don't know what it is. Is it a wave or a particle or a photon? Those don't really describe what it is. And so if you get an answer to that, I'd love to hear it. Okay, when we get back, we'll talk more about some other scientific things stated in the book of Job 4,000 years ago, before modern man ever knew about it. Take up that kind of stuff after the break. In Job 38, verse 4, the Lord said, by what way is the light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth?
Dude, what? Come on, what are you doing?
Weather patterns. The Bible is telling us here that the light causes the wind. Now, the weatherman didn't understand that, as far as I know, until just really the last 100 years or so. Sunlight shines on the ground and heats it up, makes the air expand above the ground. Expanding air pushes out. Contracting air will pull in. So as ground cools, the air above it is going to cool, and it's going to make the wind go that direction, toward that area, whereas as the ground gets hot, it's going to expand, and the wind will go away from that area. So the wind patterns are driven by the light. Exactly what God said 4,000 years ago. Now, we're too far here in Pensacola to feel, where I'm at least 6 miles from the beach, we don't feel the sea breeze. The people who live out on the beach will tell you, in the daytime, the wind blows one direction. At nighttime, it blows the other direction. This is because land and water cool at different rates, and they absorb heat at different rates. In the daytime, the dirt is going to absorb heat faster than the water. So the land will get hot quicker if it's sunny. That causes the air to rise, and the wind blows in off the water. You get an onshore breeze in the daytime, normally. At night, the ground cools off faster than the water, and so you get an offshore breeze at night. Usually, about sunrise or sunset, you have neither one. No breeze at all. Of course, there's always exceptions to this, but kind of a general rule. If you want to see the
How am I already getting hit?
Home, no waves at all, or very few waves, go out at just about sundown or just about sun up, and you should find a time where there's very few waves, very little wind going on. See, the wind causes, the light causes the wind pattern. And God said that along.
Hello.
God said in Job 38, canst thou send lightnings? Can you imagine if you had the power to send lightning? Boy, it's a good thing I can. How many of you can think of somebody that's lucky to be alive because you can't send the lightning? Think of several, right? God said to Job, can you send the lightning? You know, one lightning bolt, one of the big ones, can produce enough electricity to light the whole United States for hours.
Oh my gosh, his lag is so bad.
If we could just figure out a way to harness
I hit him.
we'd be rich. Because I've been hit by lightning once, hope it never happens again. I was climbing down an aluminum ladder. We were fixing the roof up in Arkansas for my father-in-law, and putting a new roof on. Storm was blowing in, so we just threw some tarps over it and get off the roof quick. I'm climbing down the ladder, just about to touch ground, and lightning hit the ladder, as far as we can figure out. Went through the ladder, and part of it through me, jumped through my right leg into the mud puddle under me, knocked me up in the air about 2 feet. I fell down and broke my elbow on a rock when I hit. And every fiber in my body was just alert, like, wow, I'm really alert, very high voltage. And I probably did not get the full, strike of the lightning, but it hit, right there. So people have been killed by lightning. There's
Come
one guy
on.
times and survived. He's in Guinness broke a world record. You know, one time it hit him on top of the head, knocked a hole in his hat, and burned all the hair off his left leg, I believe.
Wow.
As the lightning went down his left leg. It does strange things. That's another whole interesting story when you get into science. Just studying some strange things lightning has done down through the years to people. And people who survived it, of course, many haven't. Right here along the Gulf Coast in Pensacola, my understanding is we have more lightning strikes than any place else in the world. This within a few hundred miles of here, is the lightning capital of the world, if I've heard that anyway. There are at least 1 or 2 people killed every year by lightning in this area. There was a kid killed in, I think it was Navarre or Pensacola Beach or someplace along here a couple years ago. He's not there standing in the edge of the water in the ocean, and a bunch of his friends are swimming. Lightning came from about 20 miles away. Scoop, hit him on top of the head, killed him. That was several years ago here on the Gulf Coast. Off track. Anyway, God said, can you send lightning? Now, what happened here, in these 4 chapters, God asked Job at least 84 questions by my count. Job never answered one. He asked a question after question, and you can count, see if you get a different number. You'll find it is a little difficult to count in some places. You know, is it 1 question or 2 questions? But God just asked Job question after question, and I'm convinced God was not looking for an answer. God was looking to change Job's attitude.
Hello.
These are the same kind of questions that sometimes dads have to ask their kids. Whether you have 4 kids, right? 4 children. You know how it is. Sometimes kids, you have 3. Okay, I have 3, 1 of each. Kids get to a certain age, and they start to get kind of cocky, and they think, you know, they ought to make the rules around the house. Your son's probably not there yet, is he? To that point. Is he? Okay. The kid comes in one day and says, hey, Dad, listen, I believe I should be allowed
Yeah, it's been a week or a couple days.
After all, I'm 10 now. The dad says, hold on just a minute, kid. You'd like to know why you can't stay out till 4 in the morning. Well, son, let me ask you a few questions. Who pays the electric bill around this house? Who's paying for the house? Who's paying for the clothes you're wearing, son? Who pays for the food you eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat? Who pays for the hot water and soap you took a shower with? About a month ago. Let's just get it straight, son. The Bible is very clear. He who payeth the bills maketh the rules. Second Opinions, chapter 4. You see, son, me, Dad, you, kid. And if you're going to sleep under my roof and eat my food, you're going to do it my way.
Ooh, we won! Oh my gosh, that was so close.
You can do it your way. That's the golden rule, son. He that hath the
Yeah,
the rules. Second Opinions, chapter 5. My favorite book in the Bible, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, Ben Franklin had his own printing press, and he was hilarious. He would get into arguments with people about Scripture.
Yeah, I didn't get too much sleep last night. It's 10:30 in the morning over here. And kind of sleepy. I don't know how long. I've been going for 58 minutes now. I don't know how much longer I'll be going for, but look how close, 25 to 24. Close match. Whoever this is had a lot of spider bots. BR.
Job chapter 40. God is still talking. How many chapters did God speak?
Let's see what happens.
How many chapters is God speaking in this book? 4 chapters, right. 38, 39, 40, and 41. In chapter 40, God is still talking. He said, behold now the behemoth. Some people pronounce it behemoth. What is a behemoth, anyway?
Oh, that was that guy in that Kumiho that I healed.
The King James translators very wisely just simply called it behemoth. They did not know what it was. You got to understand, this is in 1611. At this time, dinosaurs...
This guy, dude.
People had killed off nearly all of them, calling them dragons. They were killing off all the dragons, and most of them were gone. The population in the early 1600s began to grow because there was improving medicine, improving sanitation laws. Those are probably the 2 big things that increased population. People lived longer because they started obeying God's word about the common sense sanitation laws. There are scores
Yeah, probably not.
Testament regulations about washing your flesh in running water. If you touch a dead person,
Oh my gosh.
you are unclean until evening. If you have leprosy, when you approach somebody, you put your
Might as well
finger over your
heal.
lip and you cry, unclean, unclean.
When they spawned, I saw at least 3 vortex bots.
But he told them, cover your upper lip, that way you can't breathe on
He just got eliminated in one hit.
This would have been an obvious
One shock train.
about disease is airborne, can be transmitted through the air. If you touch a dead person, you wash in running water, not standing water. And there's also, the book of Leviticus is full of these sanitation laws, which if people would, we're not under the law, I understand that, but if you just obey the common sense sanitary laws, we'd have many diseases would disappear.
He's got a Wayland. No, look at the Wayland. Look how cute the Wayland is. The Wayland's so funny.
There was one hospital that had a 100% mortality rate. Every baby that was born died for 1 year. You don't have to do that very long and your population starts to go away. And the doctors were learning about anatomy. They would go in there, cut open a dead person, and they're working on, here's the heart, and here's the liver. And they'd call and say, Mrs. Jones is ready to have the baby, Doc. It's okay, I'll be right there, They'd go in and deliver the baby. Not even washing his hands. Well, the mother gets sick.
Get him.
The baby dies, and they wonder, what's happening here? What did we do wrong? Well, idiot. When you touch a dead body, you wash your hands, what the Bible says. And so, one doctor, I forget his name now, was fired from this hospital because he insisted everybody who worked at this hospital wash their hands before surgery. So they fired him. Later, of course, it was proven, that was right. Wash your hands. So slowly, in the early 1500s and 1600s, there began to be, number one, a great revival in interest in God's Word. And that quickly led to a revival in common sense sanitary practices, which led to people living longer, which led to a population growth. And if you look at the population growth curve in the seminar notebook, everybody agrees about the early 1600s, the population began to grow from about 500 million total population in the world.
I don't look at my health. I barely have any health. But thank you. And everything's MK2. I don't have anything MK2.
In 1611, the population was beginning to grow rapidly. King James Version was translated. There was a great increase in knowledge. Modern science really began because of a return to God's Word. People began saying, well, man, if God created the world, I bet there's a reason for it. I bet there's some order to it. Maybe we can discover the order in nature. Because if there's a God, he's certainly orderly, and maybe there's a reason. And they began researching things like, what is light? How fast does it travel anyway? How strong is gravity? Is there a gravitational relationship? And you at the inverse.
Nice kill.
And there are thousands of inventions of modern science because of a revival of interest.
Yeah, I just keep looking at the bottom of the screen and seeing everybody kill everybody with MK2 shock train and
most of them Christians, God-fearing Christians, but just about without exception, they believe there was a creator, and there's a reason, there's a design.
oh, see, shock train MK2. That was on my team though.
Where it says the Lord, there are paths in the seas. You mean there's a path in the ocean? He thought, I wonder if there are paths in the seas.
My Wayland buddy. He's awesome.
You drop a bottle in, see which way it floats. Study it, keep some records. And by studying the ocean currents, just because of that
I can't believe I'm still on my first robot.
Murray developed our modern oceanography, where you study the ocean and see which way the current's going. And if you're going to sail from here to here, it might be quicker
Yep.
to go this way and follow the current. If your boat only goes 10 miles an hour anyway, you can gain 6 more miles per hour by following the current. You've got 2 weeks off your transport time.
Oh my gosh, look at all that shock train Look how many shock train damage I'm getting. Oh my gosh.
Then you got a rise in modern science in the early 1600s, and these guys, translators of King James Version, came across a problem. They came across several words.
I have an idea.
They didn't know what they were. Because by the early 1600s, most dinosaurs were gone. A few were still alive, as we'll get into later, but mostly in remote parts of the world. The vast majority of the population had never heard of dinosaurs. Now, the bones weren't discovered and put together till when? When was the first dinosaur reassembled? 1809, right, the iguanodon. As far as anybody can figure out, the first dinosaur put together for a museum was 1809 in England, the iguanodon. So we got a time frame from when
Yeah, the ion,
and the bones haven't been discovered and put together yet.
they buffed it.
And in the middle of that gap, King James Version is translated. So these King James translators are brilliant, the best guys you could have got for the job. One of the guys spoke 45 languages. One of the guys on the committee. Many of them, nearly all of them, spoke more than 10 languages. When I was in Ukraine, they told me,
Hydras,
if you speak 3 languages, you are trilingual.
hydras and shock trains are so annoying. The train damage on the shock train is like, yeah, really annoying. But the thunder and the ion got a buff after the last update.
Which ones? Polish, German, Ukrainian, Russian, and now English. And sign language. Okay, good. During this time, they came across this word.
Oh, got him.
In 1600, you would be hard pressed to find.
Alright, time for me to use my mender.
Or had ever heard of dragons. They weren't talked about much in 1600, other than by then they equated them to some mythology.
I wonder if he disconnected.
Several thousand years have been seeing them, slaying them, and they were becoming very rare. Even Beowulf in 588 slew what they thought was some of the last remaining dragons in their area. So you got 1,000 more years of dragons being extinct in most places, certainly in the civilized parts of the world, they were gone. And so they came across the word behemoth and said, well, what is this anyway? Well, today, some reference Bibles say it might be an elephant or hippopotamus. No, it cannot be either of those from the description, as we'll see later. I think behemoth is the long-necked dinosaur, probably the Brachiosaurus. Now, there are at least 13 different long-necked dinosaurs. The first one they put together for a museum, they named it the Brontosaurus. How many have ever heard of the Brontosaurus before? Fred Flintstone, on the Flintstone, drives a Brontosaurus, and they eat Bronto burgers and all that. The word Brontosaurus means...
Yeah, come on. I usually randomly stream on YouTube War Robots. So I don't have like a defined schedule.
Dinosaur names come from Latin, and they mean something. For instance, brontosaur, thunder, lizard. The word saur, S-A-U-R, is the suffix which means lizard, a reptile. Brachiosaurus means arm lizard. Brachio is Latin for arm, and Brachiosaurus was named that because his front legs are longer than his back legs. A pathosaur, I don't know what a pathosaur means, you can look it up in the dictionary, but what happened when they built the Brontosaurus, they found all these bones and put them together, and they didn't have a head. They said, we can't put this thing in a museum with no head, we've got to put a head on it. Well,
No, don't miss.
from 4.5 miles away, and put it on the dinosaur, and they named it Brontosaurus.
You're right.
Years later, somebody noticed, hey, that's the wrong head. That head really goes on. I think the head was from an apatosaurus, and the body was from a diplodocus. It's not a big deal, and nothing to get excited about, but it's sort of like if you're putting together a pile of dog bones, and you're putting together a chihuahua, and you don't have a head, so you put the head from a Great Dane on it. Well, they're both dogs, but there's no such thing as a Great Chihuahua, okay? They wouldn't go together. And there's no such thing as a Brontosaurus, but people still use that word, and it still appears in books all the time. That one of those never existed, but there were many just like that. Okay, the Apatosaurus and the Diplodocus were mixed to make the Brontosaurus. But Job is probably describing, or God is probably describing to Job a Brachiosaurus, that's my guess, for the arm lizard, because he apparently is the biggest one. And I tell people, of course, you have the Brontosaurus.
I still had another robot after that. I still had my Orcan Inquisitor.
God said he eats grass as an ox. Now, because of the description of this animal in the next few verses, some people are trying to...
That's okay. We love Japan. Thank you. At least I love Japan.
Well, that's true. But you need to look at the next verse. His strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. The biggest part on him is his belly.
Oh, I forgot I was in a squad.
Yep, they sure do. Hippopotamus have a big belly. I've seen them. They got a big belly. Brachiosaurus has a big belly. Actually, he has a big belly. tell you which animal it is. A lot of animals have a big belly. And a lot of
I've already seen people with the new dragon robots and the new dragon weapons. The Calamity.
Other animals. His tail is like a cedar tree. Have you seen the tail of an elephant? Does it remind you of a cedar tree? No. How about the tail of a hippopotamus? That's not like a cedar tree either, right? About that big, right? This has to be an animal with a huge tail like a tree. This would be the Brachiosaurus, or an animal similar to that. Next verse says, his bones are as strong as the brass, his bones are like bars of iron. He has big bones. And this is my knuckle next to a Brachiosaurus toe bone, which I have in my suitcase I take on display when I go speak at church. That's a toe bone. Now, I got this in Texas, at Glen Rose, Texas.
Is that the green one?
Owned a large ranch, and the river that ran right through his property was the Biloxi River, where the dinosaur human footprints are found. I took a busload of students over there back, it would have been probably early 80s, 80, 81, maybe.
Oh my gosh. They are killing us.
And he had quite a few bones of dinosaurs that he had found on his property. He had found, I think, just about the entire foot of a Brachiosaurus, they believe, or some large sauropod. And he was selling bone by bone. I said, how much do you want for one of those? He said, oh, for the little one there, $20. Thought he was going to say 200. I still would have said yes. When he said 20, I said, okay, I'll take it. So I bought the toe bone off him for $20, and I've had it ever since in my possession. But we make castings of that. If you want a copy out of real high-density foam or out of there's several different materials we can use to make castings. They cost more for certain things than others. You can call in and see if you want a real toe bone to have, a replica of a toe bone to have, for whatever reason. Paperweight on your desk or something.
Oh my gosh. The lag is so bad.
It looks just like the original, but it just doesn't weigh near as much. This is one of the second toe bones from the Brachiosaurus, called a Calamity. Now, this is National Geographic.
Thank you.
Standing next to the foot and leg of a Brachiosaurus. I tell people the reason they have those big toe bones is because they have big toes. And you can barely see the toe bones on there, and each one is huge, and we have one of them. Here's a kid taking a bath in a footprint of a dinosaur from Glen Rose, Texas. He had a big foot. And of course, he had the big foot because they had a big leg to hold up. There's a man standing next to the front leg of a Brachiosaurus. So when the Bible says his bones are like bars of iron, that's a pretty accurate description. They had big, heavy-duty bones. The biggest one...
Yeah, they are really strong.
As far as the tallest one, it's a new world record. There's at least 3 records for dinosaurs. The tallest, the longest is another record, and the heaviest is the 3rd record. And it's not all the same animals. The one in Oklahoma, they said it was 60 feet tall. The one they found in China, they said would take them probably 60 years to dig out.
Wow, that was a very quick match.
150 feet long, nose to tail. Half a football field. They say it probably weighed about 100 tons when it was alive, and 100 tons is equal to 14 standard-sized school buses put together.
GG. I don't even think one of our guys played.
When he got done. Would you be depressed or impressed? Becky, you're the English expert, which is, you don't know. Find out for me.
I like my Tyran Spectre.
This guy was big, okay? I tell folks, my new invention is going to say...
Wow, he's got a lot of victories, a lot of wins.
And I'm going to be the richest man in the world because of this new invention. I've invented a shovel that will stand up by itself. You won't need to pay those guys to lean on it anymore. That'll save money for the Marines, won't it, brother? You don't have to have all the guys standing around. Job 40:19 says, he's the chief of the ways of God. Now, the Hebrew word resheth is translated beginning, chief, principal thing. He's the biggest animal God ever made. So this animal, behemoth, is resheth. I don't know if Hebrew. He's a little Hebrew. He lives on the street, but he moved up. He's the chief. He's the biggest animal God made.
Yeah, very.
Or something like that. Maybe there's another one similar.
They just rushed us from the beginning of that last match, and we didn't stand a chance. And I don't know why, but my phone is lagging so bad. My game is lagging so hard. Thank you for joining, though. I'm probably about to get off after one more match or another match. But I know what time to stream that so that you guys can watch. So it's not too late in Japan. I've also been upgrading the modules. Oh, you can't see them here. But I've upgraded the nuclear reactor on the Bulgasari, 2 of them, to level 3 and 4. And then I have 3 modules on the Mercury, 1 defense and 2 nuclear reactors. And then the Spectre's only level 7, so I can only put 2 on it. And they're both the nuclear reactor, or one's defense and one's nuclear reactor attack. Look how many boosters I have. I never use my boosters. 68 attack boosters, 58 health ones, 48 honor boosters, 50 of those, 35 of those. I have 68 attack ones. I'll just activate it. I wonder if this guy's gonna play. See, look, he has 8,000, about 9,000 wins, victories. And I have only 1,300. Hmm.
Oh yeah, backmasking. I heard about that. You know, this playing music backwards and it's supposed to have a meaning to it. Anyway, God invented marriage and the family and sex. God made them male and female, and He understands it real well. And
the Ao Jun.
Boys, you don't touch the girls till you're married to them. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And I tell them, if you don't want to touch the girls, you stay away from me. I saw your kind in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's why I watch what's his name? Taka, the guy that I met you guys with, his stream, because he's just really fun, especially when he says nice kill, double kill, you know. It's just so fun to watch. And plus I really like War Robots, so there's that.
It'll weaken the tremendous marriage bond that God intended people to have. And God said, this is what I want you to do. The Bible says the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. How many people go from partner to partner to partner to partner, get married, 20 times, or don't even get married?
Yeah, I love it. It's so funny. He gets godlike like every match. He's like a pro. I wish I had MK2 stuff, you know. My Tulumbas, these are the only level 12 weapons I have. Well, level 12 anything, and I'm thinking about MK2ing the Tulumbas on here. Because they're cheap, you know, they're not newer weapons, so. Uh-oh, he left. Yeah, some maps, I really like Dead City, and then Shenzhen. Shenzhen, after the update, looks really cool. Here, you want to see me open, open one of these things? Oh, here, let me show you. Okay, the modules. See, I've upgraded this one to level 3. Trace.
decided he would try to use dinosaurs to teach boys and girls a lie.
And 2 of them are at 2. I haven't done anything to this one. And then one of them's at 4. One of them's at 3.
Anybody want to guess what it says? First sentence.
Dead City or Shenzhen?
So here we have Satan.
I like them both. My favorite map of all is Dead City, though.
Satan uses beautiful things that God makes and destroys them, and with them destroys humans. Okay?
Let's see what happens. I've got 6. I can open one. Let's open one.
A lot. It's unreal the things that happen because we just don't obey that book.
Whoa, 200. I'll take that. That's what's up. That's cool. I got 200 gold. I got 4,000 gold now. Oh, that's cool. And then here I'm working. I almost have the ember. Because I'm going to put it on top of the mercury. But I used to have 100 million AU. AG silver. But I've been spending it so much. And I haven't been playing a lot. So I got to wait. Anyways, let's put... Oh, I got 200 silver. That's so cool. I mean gold. Yay. Really? There's the update hasn't came out for iOS? I've heard stories. I always knew it took like a day or so after the Android got it, because Android always gets it first. That the iOS players had to wait like a day or so, but I guess it's been like 2 days or something. It should be there like any minute. That's crazy.
You get close to God yourself. Don't rely on your parents' Christianity.
Same map. I don't like this. Oh, okay.
You get your own armor. So anyway, textbook says billions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth, and kids are swallowing this up. This all started about 100 years ago.
I don't like this map too much because it's so narrow.
The dinosaurs then became very popular in the early 1800s, mid-1800s. There were companies going out racing across the countryside trying to find dinosaurs. There was real competition.
Oh, I missed him every shot.
And another guy, I forget his name now, they were fighting.
And the new Mender skin paint job is really cool.
Skeletons in the late 1800s. At the same time, people began teaching Darwin's theory. 1859, his book came out, and at the same time, they said, the Earth is millions of years old, and these dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. So that all happened in the late 1800s, and for the last 120, 30, 40 years, kids have been taught dinosaurs lived millions of years ago, and it's just not true. Are there any books like this in our town?
Yeah, this team seems strong as well.
Nature Program, Discover, National Geographic. Are you likely to hear something about millions of years ago? Yeah. Millions. That's not. Everybody's being taught this, and that's why it's a mission field. Last verse real quick here. The Bible says, he lieth under the shady trees, and the covert of the reed fens. The word fens means the swamp. Here the Bible is telling us the Enoch lives in the swamp. Well, the biggest swamp in the world is in the middle of Africa, called the Makwala Swamp. It's 55,000 square miles. That's big.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Sleep tight.
By the way, that swamp is bigger than any one of those yellow states. It's the same size as any of the redlands. A swamp as big as Florida. The Congo government says the swamp is 80% unexplored and they own it. Imagine an area the size of Florida, 80% unexplored. There have been reports of dinosaurs still alive in that swamp today. Right now. We'll get into that.
Where's my team at?
Still alive. quite a few in our yard, but they're all fake. I'll tell you right now. So we're discovering next week dinosaurs that are still alive. That's been a fascinating study of mine for years called cryptozoology. We'll get into that next week. Thank you.
I'm actually about to I'm actually probably about to stop streaming after this match though. I might be on later or tomorrow. But thank you so much.
Joining us for our class, and you should have finished your quiz by now from the last time. Each session you should take the quiz from the week before, and then start again. In this section, we're going to talk about dinosaurs that are still alive. This is my normally seminar part 3B, and I'm going to try to cover a lot of ground tonight instead of chasing too many rabbits because I have spent
revenge
studying this topic of dinosaurs that are still alive. I suspect I've read 300 books on this topic. Read every one I can find at all of the major libraries I've gone to research this.
Well, thank you. I don't have a lot of watchers or subscribers, but I try to be keep it clean here, you know. Gosh, this team is strong. They got that left side locked down.
Been a long-time president of the Cryptozoology Society. They study lots of things besides just Loch Ness Monster type things. They would also study Bigfoot, not too much in UFOs, but mostly animals that are still alive. And so there have been, according to Bernard Hooverman, 20,000 reported sightings of dinosaurs in this century. Just in the last 100 years, there have been 20,000 people.
Look how strong the falcon is.
Now, there's no question some of them are frauds, mistaken identity, etc., etc. But let's just talk about this. Is it possible that some dinosaurs could still be alive? What I point out in my seminar is that I think we've got overwhelming evidence that dinosaurs have always lived with man. They're called dragons through most of history.
Double hell dive.
Certainly a lot of artifacts found, human and dinosaur artifacts together, human and dinosaur footprints together, but none of that is necessary. These dinosaurs are still alive. And I think there's quite a bit of evidence that some are still around.
Yeah, I always go left too. I always go to that bridge, but they had like 4 people on it. Thank you. I should have killed one of them, but I only got the hell dive damage.
If you want to read some books, we have a half a dozen books in our catalog that deal with this topic. One that I wrote with William Gibbons called Claws, Jaws, and Dinosaurs. It would be a cheap $5 book you could get and covers a lot of information on dinosaurs still living. Most of the authors on cryptozoology are evolutionists. And it's really funny to read what they say. They will do all this interesting research on dinosaurs that are still living, and they go through all these sightings and stories, and they say, wow, it's amazing. Some survived for 70 million years. They jump to the wrong conclusion after all of that. The right conclusion is, no, the world is not 70 million years old. God made
See, I always go this way as well, no matter what part of the map I spawn on. This little bridge right here.
Dinosaurs lived with man during this time. We covered in the last few classes about the ichthyostones. Remember, how many ichthyostones have been found? Over 50,000. Right.
Wow, that was quick. Okay, guys, I'm about to stop streaming. I thank you so much for being here. I'm pretty new at streaming, or at least with people. But thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow, probably. But see, look. Thank you. But see, champion, probably champion, and I mean, I'm master too, so, and that's what's on my team. Alright, thank you guys, peace, see you next time.